This is the Best Glide ASE, ASE standing for Aviation Survival Equipment, Emergency Survival Ration Pack. I got the advanced version, which you can tell by the little black dot right there. Now, it has a contents list on the front of it, but seeing as that this is a video of me opening it up and showing you what's on the inside, me listing off the contents on the front of it would be boring. But this is a survival kit, but also a survival ration. And I've only ever looked at 2 survival kits ever throughout my history of my channel that had a ration in them. I'll link those at the end of the video. And since me standing here and talking about this would be boring, let me go ahead and throw this down on the table and let's open her up and see what's inside her, shall we? So, jump. Alright, so now that's simple. It's got these little little rings on here. Usually when you do that, you pull down on them. Now this bag is actually a Ziploc bag, which if you can't tell, it is Ziploc packaging. And already I can see things on the inside of here. You got Dickey's peanut patty. Got to try that here in a minute. You got a Mainstay, what is it, 1200 energy bar. And that's going to be the majority of your calories. I think it's going to be one of those kind of terrible, hang on 1 second. Only 400 calories each. So there's a little extra bars in here, and these are non-thirst provoking. They're not really the greatest eating things on the planet, but they'll definitely keep you going. Now, before I pull anything else out of here, I wanted to tell you that this has about 1,500 calories in it. You have all sorts of goodies in here. Let's see. You have your standard little tray, which you can set between 2 rocks and boil something in. We'll get to that in a minute. Now, in order to boil something, it has a little SPIT fuel tab here. It said it could also come with fuel gel. It has a couple of desiccant packs in here. You have yourself a little fishing kit. Now, are the hooks in it too big? Probably, but it has a little split shot, a little line in there. Appears to be about 8-pound line. You got yourself a jig, and there's your fishing kit. It also mentioned that it has desiccant in it. Don't know why it needs to have extra desiccant in it. You have your bag right here for water, or to store any of the contents in here in. And then there's a lot of Ziploc bags in here, because there's a Ziploc bag right here that has your comfort items. Which your comfort items usually come in what appears to be Nescafe Taster's Choice, which I actually have a whole package of those. You get your Nestle Coffee Mate, 2 packs of sugar, a bouillon cube, and some peppermint candies. Now the bouillon cube, it could be enjoyed by itself. It could be enjoyed separately. Let's just go ahead and get everything else out of here. That is everything else out of here. One thing it has is one of these military-style utility knives, which you could use to gut a fish, cut yourself, whatever you need to do. But that's kind of neat. That could come in also very handy. You have yourself a first aid kit, which only comes in the advanced ration, which appears to have aspirin, ibuprofen, and non-aspirin tablets, which are just acetaminophen, and a couple of band-aids. All in all, not a bad first aid kit, because most first aid kits literally come with about 35,000 band-aids and no ointments or anything like that. Probably would have wanted something else. Now, this is what I really wanted to open, is the survival kit portion of it. It comes with what they say is a military issue button compass, and judging by the way it's pointing, it is true, because my camera, where my camera is and where my house is, you're facing south right now, and this is facing north. So the compass is somewhat true. Has a whistle. Now time to blow your eardrums out. You have your, what is that? Chloroflock water purification powder. You get your water purification powder right there. Now, there appears to be something missing, unless I'm just doing it. Your stormproof matches, your stormproof survival matches, which will light for a good long time. In fact, now I'm not going to light one. You get another match book of matches, which I actually like that they did that, because you get extra matches. We'll get to this here in a second, because I'll get to that here. You get yourself your copper snare wire. They can say it's bronzed all you want. And you get your pencil of writing on things. But there appears to be one thing missing. Unless it's in on the packaging, it's not in there. Is that this was supposed to come with instructions on how to use it. Like, I don't know how to set up a snare wire. It would have been nice to have that information in there. But since we're here, wonder if this peanut patty's any good. Now I'm actually wondering how old this kit is, because it's been sitting there for a while. Let's see here. This isn't expired. This is 1/16/25. A peanut patty with carbohydrates. There where you get your protein and your carbohydrates. But the important thing is that a lot of this is non-thirst provoking. Now, the beef bouillon cube, that'd be if you caught some animal with your snare and you wanted to cook it up in meow and whatnot. But the one thing I wanted to get to is this. This is a, what is it called? Hang on one second. It's a Fresnel or Fresnel lens. And if I don't know if you can see it because it's got the light on here, but you could supposedly start a fire with this. We'll look at that here in a minute. Due to the wonders of editing, because I'm filming this at night, I'll test that in the morning, providing it's not overcast. But anyhow, here's me testing this out in the outside. All right, out here on the porch with the Fresnel lens. Let's see how well she works. I'm not guaranteeing I'm going to get a fire because my tinder's kind of wet. But this is easier to do with two hands. Let's see if we get some smoke going here. Already got some smoke going. Hopefully that's coming over on camera. The wind's not helping a damn thing, and neither is my dry tinder, or my wet tinder. But I can see this absolutely working to start a fire if I had, you know, good dry tinder and I wasn't trying to film this, and the wind wasn't blowing. Anyhow, back to studio. Alright, so coming back to this, what do I think of the snare? Do I think the snare wire is necessary? I honestly don't know how to throw a snare out, and I think that would be more useful for tying up things. You got your bag for water or carrying all your items, if you didn't want to carry it in this for some reason. But where are the instructions? It says it has survival instructions in here, but it didn't come with instructions. That's weird. That is just strange to me. They're not hiding in there. There's no instructions on the fishing kit. So they left one thing out. But anyhow, that's an overall not a bad little kit. Especially with something weird like that in it. Now, get me wrong, I usually like to criticize survival kits. But I can't criticize it when it's something that could legitimately save your life. Make you a little more comfortable, and they make you a little more comfortable. And they give you freaking creamer for your coffee. And they don't even give you bad coffee. They give you taster's choice, which some people don't like it, but you know, it's instant coffee. It's an acquired taste. But all in all, that's a pretty decent little kit.